right, I'm going to start on the clear bra section first because this is the part I'm most curious about. I've had mixed results with compounding, polishing, cutting clear bras. Most of the time it comes out fine. Sometimes, depending on the generation, it doesn't always come out that great. This, I don't know, like it looks like the dirt's actually behind the clear bra in some parts. I don't think it's on top. It's definitely in the crease here. So I'm just gonna hit this with the microfiber cutting pad, like a 3.5 inch. I'm gonna start off with M105, pretty heavy cut. See what happens over here. But in the end, ultimately, I think this is just gonna have to come off and be replaced to really look good. I think even if I get it looking better, it's still gonna be pretty bad looking compared to how the rest of the paint turned out. Okay, so that worked okay in the main part. If I went out a little bit more, maybe clay barred a little bit more, it'd be fine. These edges aren't cleaning up though. The dirt is actually like behind it. So these are just gonna have to be completely replaced. We are going to get started on trying to remove this clear bra. So what I've seen online is you can use steam. All I have is this little closed steamer, so I'm going to give that a shot. Plastic razor blade and some Goo Gone. So this is probably not going to come off in one piece. I'm assuming that the adhesive has failed on it and it's going to stick to the car. Now the worst case scenario with this whole thing is that the paint comes off with the clear bra or the paint protection film. So if you hear a little trepidation in my voice, it's because I'm a little bit concerned about that. I haven't seen it happen online. This film might not be that old that it's a problem, but it's a concern. So anyway, process is going to be steam it, get it hot, get this blade under the edge of it, pull it, and see how much of it I can get off and how much of a mess I make. All right, let's go. Pretty much the most annoying thing that could happen other than the paint coming off the car is that the adhesive completely fails, and what I thought was the clear bra plus the adhesive coming off was actually just the clear bra part. So this whole thing is still the adhesive. It's essentially delaminated. Top coat came off. Looks like the adhesive layer is still on here. You can kind of feel a lip on it. You can kind of see, try to like scrape it with the razor. Something wants to come up, but it's not quite coming up, and there's still like a film of something on it. So not sure what I'm going to do at this point. I'm going to poke around a little bit off camera and see what I can get to work, and then whatever I find works, I'll come back with in a few minutes. All right, that was a chore and a half. It took me probably an hour just to do this one area. Came out all right. It's very disconcerting to be taking a razor blade and just scraping against your paint, but that's what I really had to do. It was Goo Gone, let it sit for a minute, scrape, Goo Gone, let it sit for a minute, scrape, keep doing that for about an hour. Came out all right. There's still a little bit of adhesive in some areas. I'm hoping that'll just polish right out. There is kind of like a black line, as you can see right here. I don't know if this was cut on the car. Maybe it was a replacement piece or it was put on aftermarket. But this part didn't want to scrape up. I'm going to see if it buffs out. Sometimes when they do clear bra stuff, if it's aftermarket, they put the piece on and then slice like that. And if you're good, you don't hit the paint. If you're not so good, you hit the paint. But I guess we'll find out. So I got some M105 cutting compound on a 3.5-inch microfiber polishing pad. So this is kind of an aggressive compound or setup here. Smear it around and see how we go. All right, that worked pretty good. It took that line out, so this was it most likely was a factory clear bra, not replaced. Still some adhesive in some areas. Didn't come off with the compound. It's really hard on a white car to see where the adhesive is still stuck. I think that's it. All right. So there aren't many things that I would pay other people to do. This is definitely one of them. This is one of the things I would pay somebody else to do. Don't do this. This is not fun. Especially if you have to do a large area. This is a small area. I'm at an hour into this already, and I still have this to do and this to do. And then the whole other side of the car. So yeah, if you have the ability to have somebody else do it, I highly recommend it. All right, it's a brand new day. So let me give you an update on where I am. Spent all last night, most of the yesterday afternoon, all last night, just trying to get down to this point. And where I'm at right now is I've got the clear bra off the door. I've got it off this section right here, and I have most of it off of here, except that down here I've got like that sheet of residue left. Like there's a layer of it, and unlike the door, it just doesn't want to scrape off. I spent hours yesterday kind of going through here trying to get this adhesive off, using the DA, hoping I'm not really screwing up the paint. It just wouldn't come off. This came off great. This I was actually able to pull the way that you're supposed to, which is in, like, if you have the clear bra here, you don't want to pull down on the clear bra. You kind of want to pull away from it, and it picks up and it takes the adhesive with it. Not much adhesive left over here. I'd say maybe a quarter of the area still had adhesive on it, which cleaned up really nicely with the plastic razor blade and the Goo Gone. But down here, man, it was just, I was soaked in Goo Gone all night. My hands hurt, my fingertips hurt from pushing on the razor blade, and you know, I'd pretty much given up. So I did some research, and I'd actually heard about this thing before, but I was a little hesitant to use it. So I had Mr. Bezos deliver this to me this morning. It's a rubber vinyl decal remover, and it's an attachment that goes on your drill. It's basically like a giant pencil eraser, and it's used to remove adhesive, like if you took a emblem off of a car or vinyl decals or whatever. And you just kind of run it along anywhere that's got sticky stuff or kind of like a stickery type material, and it takes it off. And this little area right here, I just did a test on it. I've been scraping that for hours with nothing. I just hit it with this thing for about 3 minutes, or not even 3 minutes, like 30 seconds, and I was able to actually get someplace. So this might be the tool that changes my mind about clear bra removal. We'll have to see. I'm gonna get going and show you guys how this works, if I can find a decent camera angle. I think that works. Yeah, Yeah, that is working phenomenal. Okay, so this did behave much different than the other side. Using the similar technique of using the steam, which again, I guess for a newer clear bra would loosen the glue enough that it pulls off in one sheet. This left behind just like it basically delaminated again. But this time it's not one continuous sheet. I've got like these little ridges in here of glue where some of it actually looks like it's down to paint. So it seems like more of it came up. The only thing I actually did do different is that I actually used the handle this time instead of doing it by hand, which I think maybe led to that like chatter effect on the glue. So this is where this is the real test for this rubber wheel that I got, and see if it will get us through this. Still a pain in the butt, but hopefully less of a pain in the butt. All right, here's what we're left with. I felt like it took less than an hour, which is a huge improvement. Plus my fingertips and my arms don't hurt. It doesn't look like it had any ill effect on the paint. There's still a little bit of like residue in there, but when I get in there with the DA, that should be fine to take it up. These pieces on both sides seems to be in better condition than the rest of the clear raw, so I'm going to try and show you the right way to kind of pull these off. Is you kind of want to pull down like that. This is actually staying together a lot better, but you can see, or hopefully you can see, that this is adhesive left, that's bare paint. So by doing that, if you have clear bra in good condition, you can get the adhesive to come up with it. That is really ideal because I don't have to go back and do anything besides maybe get a little adhesive remover and swipe it. But completely clean. This is where I started with the razor blade and couldn't get underneath the adhesive. So if I can keep doing that all the way up, if I can catch the edge again and pull it up, this might come off cleanly. Okay, so let's go in for a look here. You can kind of see that everywhere I had to start again with the razor blade where it broke, there was a piece of adhesive. Then where I was able to actually grab it and tug on it in that kind of downward fashion, kind of wiggling it off, no adhesive. That's bare or clear coat right there. And then again, razor blade, got a little bit of it, razor blade, razor blade, razor blade. So there you go. That is much more manageable and is what I would more expect from a clear bra that's not as old and beat up as this one. This is the side that I did with the razor blade. After doing a pass with the microfiber cutting pad and M105, and then following up with a slightly less aggressive polishing compound, I forget what it's called, to refine the M105. As you can see, the paint looks really good. I'm not really seeing any scratches or any damage from using that plastic scraper. So on this side, we're looking good. That is something that's left from, that's outside of where the clear bra was. I don't know what that is, but I can't get it off. So let's go take a look at the other side. All right, so this is the side that we did with the rubber wheel. At first I was a little bit concerned because it was looking pretty splotchy, that maybe I had started burning the clear coat. But once I hit it with M105, everything came out nice and clean. No scratches, no damage. There is a rock chip here that is underneath the clear bra, so either that came up when the clear bra got pulled up, or more likely from where it is that something hit it and made it through the clear bra, which I've have had happen on the Cayman. On the inside of the door jamb there, that I don't think was damaged. That I think got peeled up with the clear bra. But both those things are kind of minor. I can touch them up. They're not in visible areas, which is good. But this is the kind of thing you need to be careful of if you're doing it like on a more visible part of your car. So that rubber wheel, man, that thing saved the day. This was starting to turn into a project that I really didn't want to do. I've already spent probably about a full day's work on this. It could have been half a day's work if I had had that rubber wheel to start. So this is all clean right now. We're going to move on to prepping the clear bra to get on here. All right, next thing up is to try to prep the clear bra to go on the car. So first step is I got some 3M clear bra. I rather would have had Expel, but this is the only stuff I could find in rolls. Got this off of Amazon. I think it was like 37 bucks for, this is 12 inches by 72 inches, or I think that's like 5 or 6 feet. Before I took the clear bra off the car, I made these paper templates. This one's pretty accurate. This one's pretty accurate. This one is going to be interesting because this is kind of the curve that wraps into the inside of the car. And I couldn't really get the paper to fold right, so I'm kind of guessing at that part right now. I think I only have one shot at this. I don't think I have enough on this roll to make a mistake. So hopefully things go smooth. So I'm just going to lay this out now, start tracing it, and hopefully I can cut it with a pair of scissors. Usually people cut it with a razor knife, but that's when it's on the car, and scissors aren't good. So let's see what happens. Okay, we're going to start on what is hopefully the easiest part. I say it's easy because it is a giant flat area, which is going to be here. Both here and here have pieces that curl into the door sill, which is going to be challenging, I predict, to get it to tack down and stick, because you kind of have like a compound curve here. I don't really want to make any relief cuts in this stuff if possible. So with the tools, I have this thing that I use to apply some window film to some doors on my house. You can buy these on Amazon. You could actually, I think they actually recommend squeegees for doing this. This is not, this is a little bit more stiff, but it's got a felt backer here, so it should not scratch. I think in a pinch, you could use a credit card with a microfiber rag. I'm gonna wipe everything down with IPA just to get any kind of residue off of here with a clean, lint-free microfiber towel, because anything that is under there when that clear bra goes down will be stuck there until the next time I do this, which is hopefully never. And then I just have the clear bra itself. So let's get started. Other thing I forgot, sorry. I have a spray bottle here full of water and a little bit of dish soap. What I saw online from a detailing YouTube was that you want 1 milliliter of baby soap to 32 ounces of distilled water. We're using distilled water because we don't want to have water spots as the water dries, and then you have water marks underneath. Distilled water has nothing in it, and so it's completely pure, so there should be nothing that gets left behind. Flash off. Let's flash off and take this just out the way I want. Just like that. Nice and curled up, which is not ideal. Oh. So the idea is going to be wet this whole thing down, the outside, peel it, wet the inside, wet the car, put it on, slide it into position, and then start squeegeeing to tack it into place. Also making sure that hands stay wet the entire time so you don't leave fingerprints and you don't have problems with adhesion. We're just going to spray everything down here. Spray the front of this down. It's kind of like doing tint. Separate the backer. And I'm going to spray as I separate the backer so that the film does not stick to itself. Backing paper down, put the clear bra on the car, and then slide it into position. Reposition it here. It's that sliding action. I think I needed more soap in the solutions. It's not really sliding as much as I would like it. So I'm going to try to reposition this up here. This, I'd like it to come down a little bit if possible. Try to work some of these bubbles out. Get this less punched up down here. Okay, I like where that's at. It doesn't seem like it's too bunched up anywhere, so I'm going to start squeegeeing from the center out. Try working these bubbles towards the edge. Kind of have like a weird little compound right here. Curve, excuse my hand instead of the squeegee for a minute. Get this thing down here. Work out some of these bubbles. Okay, that is that. One down, not too shabby. Okay, both sides are done, believe it or not. It's on there. There's the line right there. Came out really, really well. There's still a couple little bubbles, but like I said, even when I've gotten it back from a professional installer, those bubbles have been there, and you put it out in the sun, the water that's trapped underneath moves through the clear bra, you stick it back down, and it's fine. So that's what this side looks like. Move around. And this is what, I guess this lighting's not very good. Again, barely noticeable. So to recap here, I think definitely that rubber wheel is a lifesaver. You cannot, or you should not attempt this job without one of those. My fingertips still hurt from trying to use that razor blade to scrape everything off. It took me about 6 hours to get 2.5 of the panels off on the driver's side of the car, and when I went to bed last night, I did not think that I was going to keep on doing this project. I got that rubber wheel. I was able to get that side off, get the passenger side off and completely done, plus get everything, all the clear bra back on, which is by far the easier of the two operations, in like 3 or 4 hours or something. So if I had that rubber wheel to start, this probably would have taken about half a day and it would have been fine. I'm not going to go so far to say that I would like to put clear bra on in larger pieces. I felt like this wasn't really sliding around. Maybe I need to get a better solution. I think it would have been a little bit unruly to try to do like a whole bumper or a whole hood. If it was a big flat panel, maybe. Anything that had kind of like compound curves, I think it'd be fairly frustrating. So all in all, it was a great learning experience. This was something that always really freaked me out. I wasn't sure that I wanted to try something like this, so it was good. Glad I know I can do it now and I can replace these in the future before they get really stuck to the car. So thanks for watching. If you got anything out of this video, don't forget to subscribe and see what we do next on the Subaru.